My last question is for number 1553, and she wants to know about her future love interest, her forever love. He comes from quite a distance from where you are. He's certainly not local, I can tell you that for a fact. If he's foreign, he's lived in America a long time, but where he lives now isn't in the same state as you. He comes from probably like the opposite end of the country where you come from, and how you two meet is going to be purely by chance. And once you two meet, the second you two meet, you won't be able to stop thinking about each other. He's fair-skinned, maybe sort of slightly on the sort of a milky coffee coloured, like he's got a tan there, but he's not alabaster, the Casper ghost like I am. He's got fair brown hair. It's not short. It's not short hair. He's got, the boy's got styles. I can't tell if his eyes are brown or blue. They might be brown, but his hair's quite fair for someone who's got brown eyes. I'm gonna leave it on the eyes for now because he's not turning around. I can just see him standing by this boat, and I don't know why he's standing by a boat. He might work with boats, he might have a boat, he might have a love of boats, or it might just be because of what I said, how he might have come from a different country. There's something very exotic about him as well. He's quite an outdoorsy person. He likes to be outside, running about, because I feel like with his job he's stuck inside all day, and his job, okay, I'm going to start again. I feel like possibly he's self-employed, like he has his own business. When it first started out, he was outside a lot, but when the business got successful, or when the company he works for got really busy and successful, he started spending more and more time inside. But now he wants to just be outside every time he's not at work. I keep seeing him by this. He's either going to have a love of boating, or he lives on a boat, but there is definitely a connection with him in this boat, because he won't step away from the boat, and he's wearing like boating clothes, like boat shoes and jeans and those kind of navy striped shirts and stuff like that. He's the sort of he's quite a humble person though. He's the sort of person who you would never ever know how much money he made, because he's not the sort of person to go showing it off. And I know that I said he possibly has a boat, and you can't be poor to have a boat, but I feel like he's had this boat for a long time, and it's connected to his business somehow. It's connected to what he does, or what he really loves, like it's his life. Being on the water and that, it's his life. It just makes him feel so good. It's what he does to relax in that, I'm sure. I really can't. He won't step away from this boat. I hope that makes sense later on, because I'm pretty sure I'm sounding like a bit of a nut job at this point, and because I'm sitting there talking to a bloody phone. He's very masculine, but he's very soft, and like he's soft-spoken, and he's very gentle, and like he reads, and he maybe writes poetry and can play guitar, and he likes to sit on the beach and have bonfires and stuff like that. There's something he's very connected to the earth, this man. He likes being around the nature and being around earth, and he's like maybe 5'10", 5'11". He's got really beautiful skin. He's got kind of George Michael-y coloured hair, that sort of blondie, sort of medium brown, coloured hair, and he looks really cute with the stubble. I tell you who he reminds me of, like a chunkier version of David Tennant from Doctor Who. I don't know if you know who that is, but you need to look up David Tennant from Doctor Who. But imagine him, you know, like, because David Tennant's quite a thin-looking man. Imagine him with the build of somebody like George Clooney, but with that kind of sort of childlike, lovable face that David Tennant's got. David Tennant's got that thing about him where you want to be around him. You want to be his friend and take care of him and stuff. He kind of has that look about him, like he's experienced a lot of things in his past, and that's why he just uses all his time to connect with nature. He has stories to tell, that's for sure. And he absolutely loves children and animals. But what he does for a job, when he started out, he wasn't expecting to be sitting in an office all the time. So when he's not working, he's the sort of person that will have you out and about every chance he gets, having you away, you know, having lots of holidays, and he'll take you away a lot. You'll always be going somewhere and doing something with him. And he's the sort of person as well that he's not the sort of person who wallows in self-pity and that. So if you have an argument or whatever, he wants to just get it over and done with. He doesn't want any wallowing or, you know, sort of behind the back kind of snide bitching or grumping or sulking or anything. He doesn't have patience for drama. It scares him. I can only suggest that's got something to do with his past, but he's scared of confrontation because he's afraid of where it could lead. You just have to accept that when you love him, you're gonna, you know, you love him for who he is and what he is. Don't ever try and change him. He's a really gentle soul. He listens a lot. He pays attention. He will remember things from the day you first met 40 years from now because he pays attention. And he's romantic, but he's not like a Lothario. He's not the sort that will stand under your window, you know, playing guitar and having roses in his mouth, but he will do stuff like bring you breakfast in bed and leave you little notes on your pillow and, you know, send you little text messages with him blowing a kiss and all, like, sweet little things like that. He's a man of words, not a man of gesture. He feels really close to. I think you will have met him by next summer. I feel that he'll be in your life by next summer, and I feel he's connected to somebody you know, but how you meet him will be purely by accident. Like you might not even be with the friend who knows him at the time that you meet him, and then it turns out actually you've got this friend in common. But how you meet him is purely by accident. I hope that helps. I'm sorry I've been really vague. It's just the man wouldn't turn around to let me see his face. So keep me posted on that, because every time you meet someone, send me an email with a photo and say, is that him? And then I'll be able to say yes or no, because I'll know his bum, that's for sure. I've seen enough of his back and his bum. So send me pictures and say, Debbie, is this him? And then I can say yes or no. You'll know when you meet him, though, because the second you meet him, you won't be able to stop thinking about him. I hope that helped. Have a good evening. Bye.